Hello students, welcome back to all of you. I hope you are all fine. Fine, good. Okay students, today we will discuss about your remaining topics of your 10th chapter, that is networks and introduction. Today we will discuss the network terminologies. There are the different types of the terminologies to understand the concept of the network. Like what is intranet? I know you are familiar with the internet, but we discuss about the what is intranet and URL, IP address and domain name system, like other different types of the terms are there. We'll study in this video. Okay students, now we will. Okay students, now we will discuss the remaining topics of our 10th chapter, that is networks and introduction. Okay. Now okay, now click on the slideshow. Okay, network terminology. First we discuss about the intranet. What is intranet? An intranet is a local or restricted network that enables us to store, organize and securely share information and resources within an organization. Okay, that means intranet is a private computer network which connecting the two or more devices within an organization. For example, intranet within a school will be accessible only to its staff members and authorized persons. Unauthorized persons cannot able to access the intranet. That means if you want to communicate between the people securely, okay, then we use the concept of intranet. Okay, now here what is the difference between the internet or intranet? Internet is general to PCs all over the world. That is, internet is a worldwide. Internet is a worldwide connection of the PCs, whereas intranet is a specific to few PCs. Internet provides a wider and better access to websites to a large population. Yes, if large number of the people can access the websites better than the intranet and internet. Okay, now whereas the intranet, it is restricted. Internet is not safe as the intranet. That means our data is not secure in the internet. It can be hacked by the hackers. Whereas the intranet can be safely prioritized as per need. With the intranet, we can secure our data. Okay, so this is all about the difference between internet and intranet. I hope clear to all of you what is intranet. Intranet is a private computer network. Okay. Next topic is URL. Wait for this previous slide. URL. Next one is URL. What is URL? The full form for the URL is Uniform Resource Locator. Okay. It can be defined as the address of a resource on the internet. Address of the resource on the internet. On the internet, there are the different types of the resources are there, and each type of the resource can be identifier address. That address is known as a URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Okay, how it is typed? It is a text string in a specific format for uniquely identifying a resource connected to the internet. Okay, it is a text string. It's a specific type of a text string. Okay, in a web page, the URL is displayed in the address bar. This is the address bar. Here you have to write the address bar. This is the URL. Okay, students, format of the URL is, what is the format here? First, we have to write the protocol. There are the different types of the protocols we are using, like HTTP, HTTPS. Now see in this example, in this figure, HTTP is the protocol name through which we can access our web pages. Okay, now second part is a domain name. This is a domain name. Now path and the file name. This is the format of the every URL. For example, here www.google.com. Okay, so www.google.com. What is this? The protocol. Automatically protocol is attached when we write this domain name into the address bar. Okay, like see http:// and this is the domain name www.google.com. This is the format for the URL. Okay, students, so this is all about the URL. A typical URL could have the form of http://www.example.com/index.html, which indicates a HTTP is the protocol name. This is the protocol name. And next one is the domain name. What is the domain or the host name? www.example.com. And file name is the index.html, like this. Now, next one is topic is ISP. What is ISP? The full form for the ISP is the Internet Service Provider, through which we can get the internet. Who is providing internet to us? That is an Internet Service Provider. Now see, internet connection is provided to public on chargeable basis by an Internet Service Provider. Okay, the ISP provide internet access to the customers through the high-speed data link lines, fiber like fiber optics, satellite, etc. This is all about the ISP. ISP provides the internet access to the customers, that we are the customers, to the high-speed data lines, that is fiber optics and satellites. Now, for example, in the previous slide here, now see, this is a computer 1 and this is the computer 2. We want to communicate between these two computers. Okay. Now, if you want to communicate between this PC A and this PC B, how we can communicate? Now see, here that few devices are attached in between them. This is the internet. Internet is provided by the ISP. This is the ISP, Internet Service Provider. Okay, now this is a signal. What is the step of the signal? Is a digital signal is flowing. Only digital signal is understood by the computer. Computer send the digital signal to the modem. This is the modem. Okay, modem is connected. That means internet is getting from that of the ISP through the antenna. Then the antenna or through the telephone lines, signal is traveled to the modem. Now modem converts the digital signal into the analog signal, because on the telephone lines only the analog signal is travels. Now this signal is traveling to the other device. Now see here, there is again antenna. This analog signal is again converted by that of the modem into the digital signal. Why digital signal? Because our system, our CPU, our computer system only understand the digital signal. Here we have to using the term modem, and these are the modem we have to using. When the digital signal is converted into the analog signal, then the process known as a modulation. But when the analog is converted to the digital, then this process known as a demodulation. So modem is used to convert the signals. So this is the diagram for the modem. Now next, this is the ISP. This ISP is a service provider which provide the internet to us. Now what is the IP address? What is IP address? It is a unique set of numbers like this 110.22.33.114, which identifies a computer or device connected to a network using an internet protocol for data communication. That means any device or a computer connected to a network which can be identified by a address. That address is known as a IP address. Okay, now every device or a computer system connected to a network having an IP address. Just like every house has an address or a number, every nodes, similarly every nodes connected to the network will have an IP address for sending and receiving the data. There is a particular type of there is a particular format for the IP address. This is the format for the IP address. This is the format like this. Numbers are separated by the dot. Now next topic is domain name system, DNS. The full form for the DNS is a domain name system. Now what is the purpose for the domain name system? It is used to translate a host name or the domain name to an IP address. Okay, why so? Because it is very difficult to remember this IP address. As I said that every device or a computer which is connected on the network, which is identified by a IP address, it is very difficult for us to remember that number. So for this purpose, we introduce the domain name system that convert that address into a name that is known as a domain name. For example, domain name like www.amazon.com might translate to this might translate to this IP address. So it is easy to remember the domain name rather than the long numerical IP address. That's why we use a domain name system. I hope clear to all of you. URL, what is URL? What is URL? It is defined as the address of a resource on the internet. ISP which provides the internet to us. IP address that means we through this address we can identify a computer or device connected to a network. Okay, now what is DNS? What is a domain name system? It translates the IP address into the domain name or the host name. Okay students, this is all about the terms. Now next terms are there. Now next topic is requirements for internet connection. If you want to connect your computer system with the internet, then what are the requirements for the internet connection? First we have to require the ISP. Yes, if you want to connect the internet with your system, then we want the internet. Then we go to the internet service provider like BSNL, Jio, Airtel. Okay, now second one is connection. Internet is get from that to the ISP. Then after this, connection. Now select, there are the different types of the plans are there. We have to select the one type of the plan from them and connect our computer system. Now connection lines. What is a connection line? Through which our signal is traveled. There are the different types of the connection lines are there. Wireless, wired, or fiber optic cables. Okay. Now fourth one is modem. As I discussed, that is modem stands for a modulator and demodulator. Okay. It is a hardware device which enables the computer to establish the communication lines to send and receive data through a data cable or a telephone network. Okay, that means it is a hardware device that enables the computer to establish the communication between the devices with the help of the data cable or telephone networks. Okay, modulation. The function of the modem is to convert the digital to analog or analog to digital. This is the purpose for the modem. Okay, now next one is we require the PC. We also require the PC. Now next term we require for the internet connection, that is the browser. What is browser? A browser is a software application for accessing the information on the World Wide Web. If you want to search anything on the World Wide Web, then which type of the software we use? That software is known as a browser. With the help of the browser, we can able to access any kind of the information on the internet. That means when a user requests a web page from a particular website, then the web browser this web browser retrieves the necessary information from the web server and display in front of us. That is the function of the web browser. That is the function of the browser. Okay, there are the different types of the browsers are there. First one is a Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, and Microsoft Internet Explorer, Opera. These are all the examples for the browser. I hope clear to all of you what is browser. Now next topic is search engine. What is search engine? Students, be careful. There is a difference between a browser and the search engine. Don't be confused between them. Search engine is a website through which the users can search internet content. So users can search internet content. To do this, user enter the desired search term into the search field. Now what is a search engine? Google, Yahoo, Bing, these are the search engine. Okay, it is a website through which we search our internet content. That is known as a search engine. Now, next one is a website. What is a website? Website is a collection of web pages. That is known as a website. Now, web page. What is a web page? A web page is a HTML document which can be accessed through the internet using the browser. Web page. I know web page written in a HTML document that can be accessed by using the internet, using the browser. Okay, I hope clear to all of you with all these terms. Now, next term is web portal. What is web portal? Web portal is a amalgamation of various information in various informative web pages of a related websites. That means it can be defined as a collection of information of similar type at a one place. Okay, it is like a library where data or information is arranged category for easy access by all the users. Okay, web portal. It can be defined as a library. Okay, now next term is a hub. What is hub? In a network, hub is the most basic device that connects the multiple computers or devices on a network together. If in a network, if one system want to communicate with another system, then how these devices are connect? These devices are connect with the help of the hub. Okay, each devices connected in the network will have a unique IP address. That means that like PC1, PC2, and PC3 and PC4, all these PCs have their unique address. Okay. Now hub. Now see the function of the hub. Hub is a broadcast device. It is not an intelligent device. That means if PC1 want to communicate with this PC4, then what is the purpose of the hub? Hub translate that data to all of these four systems. That means hub is not an intelligent device because it broadcasts the message to all the devices or computer system that is connected to the hub. Okay, so hub is not an intelligent device. It does not provide a security. It does not provide a security to our data. Okay, so hub, this is the function for the hub. Just like all the devices having a IP address, just like in the case of a letter or an email, there will be a source address and destination address for each message in the network. But hub just forward every message of the data. I told you, hub just forward every message or data to all the devices which is connected in the network without bothering about the destination address. Okay, so hub, that means hub broadcasts the message to all the systems. Now next term is a router. What is router? A router is a hardware device designed to receive, analyze and forward incoming data to the another network. That means if you want to connect the two different networks, that means if you want to communicate between two different networks, then how we can convert these two different networks? We can convert these two different networks by using this router. Now see, this is the network 1 and this is another network, and these two networks, this network is connected, these two pieces are connected with the help of the switch. Here similarly these two pieces are connected with the help of the switch. Then how these two different networks are connected to each other to establish the communication between them? We can be done by using the router. Router cannot be directly connected to the system. Computer system cannot be directly connected. It is connected through the switches. Okay. All message or the data have a source address and the destination address, which are the unique IP addresses of the connected devices. That means all the devices which is connected into the network all having the IP addresses. A router forward the data by determining the destination address. Router is an internetworking device. Internetworking device, that means it switch hub. These are all networking device. Inter-networking device, that means it connects the two different types of the networks to establish the communication between them. That's why we call router as an inter-networking device. Unlike the hubs, it just forward the data to all the devices connected within the networks. Router checks the destination address. That means it sends the data to the desired person. Therefore, the function of a router is more complex as it has to make the decisions or where to forward the data according to the destination address. Okay, students. So this is all about the router concept. I hope clear to all of you. Now, next one is switch. Now, next is a switch. Switch is an intelligent device. Through the switch, we can able to communicate from one person to another another person or a system or a device. A switch is a device in a computer network that connects the other devices together. With the help of the switch, we can connect the multiple type of the devices at a time. Multiple data cables, that's why multiple data cables are plugged into the switch to enable the communication between the different network devices. Now see figure, there are the different types of the ports are there through which different types of the cables are connected, which enable us to communicate with the different types of the network devices. Okay, in a network, the incoming data or the messages are received by a switch, which then redirect them to their destination device on a local area network. That means switch is a networking device which transmit the data to the desired person. That means it does not broadcast our data or message to all the computers which is connected in the network. Okay, that's why switch uses the MAC address instead of the IP address. Okay, now MAC address, what is the MAC address? MAC address can be defined as a physical address of the computer which is present on the NIC. Okay, now next concept is a hyperlink. What is a hyperlink? Hyperlink is a word or a phrase or an image that you can click onto and jump to the new document or a new section within the current document. Yes, if you want to jump from one page to another page, then we click on a particular type of the link. That link is known as a hyperlink. Hyperlink is a reference of data that can be retrieved by clicking on the link. In the context of the website, hyper refers to the reference to related web pages. Okay, hyperlinks are integral part of the internet. Hyperlinks are the integral part of the internet. Is a very important part of the internet. Now see, text hyperlinks are often in blue color and underlined. That is, a blue color is there written. That is known as a hyperlink. When you move the cursor over the hyperlink, whether it is a text or an image, the arrow should change to the small hand pointing at the link. When you click it, the new page or the new place in the current page will open. Okay, that means navigate. Hyperlink, when we want to navigate from one page to another page, then we use a hyperlink. Now, what is hypertext? Hypertext is very much similar to a hyperlink. It points to a word or a textual phrase that is linked to another web page or a document. Okay, that means hypertext may be in the form of the text links or animated ones. Hypertext is a text that links to other information. By clicking on a link in the hypertext document, a user can quickly jump to the different content. That is the hypertext. Now, what is bandwidth? Anyone hear about this term bandwidth? Now, in simple terms, this is the speed of the internet. If you want to measure the speed of the internet, then we use the concept of the bandwidth. The speed of the internet connection, the rate of the data transfer transfer speed is mainly determined by the bandwidth. The unit for the bandwidth is hertz. Okay, this is the bandwidth concept. Now, last term is gateway. What is a gateway? Gateway is a connected device used to connect remote networks with the host network. Remote network with the host network. Generally, it acts as an entry or a exit point. That means the main function of the gateway, if you want to connect the two different networks, then we use a gate concept. Okay, this is about the gateway. Any data or message going out of the network, must pass through the gateway. So that device in the different networks can communicate with our device. One of the most common type of the gateway are the router. Router is the best example for this gateway. So I repeat, the term gateway is applied to any device or a system or a software application that can perform the function of connecting two different networks. We can connect to and browse the internet from our computer with the help of the gateway. With the help of any message or data which is going out of the network must pass through that of the gateway. So it can be that means it acts as a enter the exit point of the network. Okay, students. So this is all about your network terminologies. I hope clear to all of you. Thank you.